I hope you're enjoying PDXCON so far. I know I am. I'm your friendly neighborhood community manager, Troy, for all things CK related. And I'm here with some of my favorite people to have our first panel of PDXCon. With me today, I have Jonathan, our influence manager.
That's me.
I have Peachy Aenne.
Hello.
The wonderful Spiffing Brit. And the fabulous
Good morning.
Burke Black. So today, this first panel is going to be us having some fun. Everybody knows your faces, well, except for maybe Jonathan, who's helping me host today, but you other three are influencers and members of the community. So today we thought it would be fun to introduce everyone to the idea of character creation, bring you into the world of creating a character and basing it off some of your favorite personalities. So today we're going to be doing Peachy Aenne, Spiffing Brit, Burke Black, and yours truly. So head over to our Discord if you want to participate, build a character based on each of us, and then submit your screenshots, including stats, to the Discord, and they will each choose their own. We'll see you in the Discord, but for now, a little bit more detail. So guys, we'll be having you up on the screen, one of you at a time. I figured ladies first once we get started. We'll start with Aenne. And we'll put Aenne up, let everyone get a feel of you, get how you look and think about your stats, how you would be represented in the game. We'll have them build it in Character Creator so that they can get a concept of who you would be as a playable character. Remember, keep it safe for work, everybody. And then we will have you at the end of those panels. Exactly. We'll keep you at the end of the panel to judge which one you think best represents you. We'll then go through Spiffing Brit and Burke Black, and last but not least, me, and then we will judge them at the end. We will base them off of the top three of each and let you choose which one best represents you. So without further ado, let's get Aenne up on the screen for everybody to see her.
And get everybody to load up Crusader Kings III, too.
Yeah, well, yes, exactly. I guess loading the game would be helpful. So if you're out there in the audience and want to participate, head over to Discord, launch up CK3, and get ready to build those characters. In the meantime, Jonathan.
Depending how many mods you have, could take 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, let's get everyone's split screens working now.
In the meantime, Jonathan and I are here to host. We are just your friendly neighborhood hosts. So we will be guiding you through this process. Once we get somebody up on the screen, we're going to ask some questions about each of our contestants to make it easier for you to build their character.
I think it's funny you mentioned I'm the only one people don't know my face, and yet we have Spiffing Brit right below us here.
Yeah, but everybody already knows Spiff's face. They're doing it from memory. Their embodiment of what he would be in game, since they're already so familiar with him.
That's right. We're going to see some interesting ones there. But we were actually going to have Fred Wester join for this event. We thought you all might like to make a face for him, so maybe he'll be our bonus contestant for the day. But
who knows?
Unfortunately, wasn't able to make the stream.
But yeah, if you guys are ready, let's start building those characters and ask Aenne some questions to get a feel of how she would be built in game.
Do you want to let them know which Discord channel to post their submissions into?
I think it's in chat right now. Let
Cool.
me check. My mods should be in there posting links to make sure that we are all on the same page. I'm watching you, mods. I'm counting on you. I know you got this. So our mods are posting the right Discord links, so just follow those links and make sure you're on the right page to submit your submissions, once you've built those characters, of course.
Right. So is everyone ready to make some characters?
Yeah, I'm ready, if you guys are ready.
I mean, ever since that character creation came out, we've seen some pretty interesting, crazy creations, but now we got to get some lifelike ones in there.
Yeah. All right, Aenne. First question.
Yeah, especially lifelike with me.
I feel like we're like
Sure
in a
it'll be
dating game.
Right? It is basically a dating game. You have to choose which one you like the best. So. And yes,
Crusader Kings III Sims.
I expect everyone to make a lifelike virtual representation of Spiffing Brit, and anybody that doesn't make a completely accurate one, I'll be disappointed. Very disappointed.
Well, you'll ban them from the Discord. That's what we agreed.
Yes, ban them all.
Anyone who doesn't do anything other than perfect will be removed from the Paradox Discord.
You heard it here first, folks. Banned from the Discord for life.
This is obviously a very serious dating game.
It is.
Now, when they join, where do they post their thing? Is it in welcome or server rules unverified?
We should have a chat room for it built. Like I said, my mod should be posting that correct channel. Ooh, I hope. That's the plan.
Burke Black, are you still seeing that unverified Discord channel? Because that might mean that you're a bit unverified.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to talk about how you're not verified there, Burke?
Ooh, that might be a problem, right?
Do we need to have a conversation about this after the channel?
We'll give him a break. It's super early in the morning over there.
Check mark.
That's
there
right.
it goes.
Use that
I'm
excuse.
verified.
He made it, everyone. Burke Black has made it into the CK3 Discord.
All right. Well, we need to give everyone a good preview so they know what they're drawing or creating.
Let's get Inna up front and center, and we'll ask some deep, probing questions.
Okay.
Good word
now
choice.
It just got
Good
creepy.
word choice.
Yeah,
this turned into a creepy dating game now.
No, it's things like if you were put into CK3, which stat block would you have as your primary?
Probably intrigue, right? Because then I can seduce everybody.
Yeah, that's the plan, right? Just make it intrigue, backstab, get all those
seducer.
hooks. It's great, perfect. Mm-hmm. So, Inna, what got you into CK3 to start with?
The horny drama.
Fair. Very
So
fair.
I was scrolling through Twitter one day, and one of my friends who was playing CK3 had this post up that was like, my husband is cheating on me with my sister, and there was a whole bunch more like incest and drama that was happening in that post, and I was like, what is this game? I need this game in my life. Like, I want to go on these wild adventures and see what happens in my life in CK3. So eventually, like a day later, I was like, I'm checking it out, and then I downloaded it, and I can't stop playing it because it's so addicting, and like wild things always happen, and I never know what's happening.
Well, we're glad to have you here for sure. And I'm sure the community is glad to have you here with your interesting streams. We'll say interesting streams. That's
Interesting is a good way to put it. Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Inna does have a lot of CK streams, and she always comes up with flavorful names for her characters and territories. That's how we're going to put that.
It's very true. Otherwise, I can't keep track of anything. I'm still a new player, so for me, like trying to keep track of like every like city or like every country or like all the different people, I just have to name them so I remember who they are.
And naming them is part of the fun, right? Bringing flavor to your game and making it your own.
I think I might have the insane trait right now. Am I the only one hearing Swedish?
Yeah, no, I definitely hear that too.
Okay.
I think I'm going crazy over here. I was
Somebody's
like,
talking.
No one wants to admit it yet, but someone's going Swedish on us right now.
Somebody,
I was like, I
somebody's
thought that
not
was
muted
me.
in the studio. Somebody in the studio's got their laptop, and they're like, "Oh
I know
no!"
what.
Shove
Jimmy
it
and
under a chair
Anders, I can
cushion.
tell you right now, we're just running crazy. Like you're going.
Another question
Oh
for
my
you.
god, that was very disconcerting.
Yeah.
I'm glad I can't hear it because I actually have like my
Oh yeah,
mic.
you had no idea, but I'm
Yeah.
sitting here thinking, what else is on my computer right now that's going? Did I leave up an ad? Or
I was surprised you could keep talking through that because I'd have been like, wait, dude, what are we doing right now? Who's talking to us?
Consummate
it's crazy.
professionals. But yeah, Inna, so what is your primary win condition? What is the way you like to end your games? Do you go for like the long game? Do you try and go for more of a murder and plot and hook conspiracy? What do you? How do you play? What is your play style for those at home? Those the community at home.
My ultimate win condition is romancing the Pope. I haven't quite done it, so I actually haven't won a game. But that's my ultimate win condition.
It's a good win.
Were you disappointed in that first update that came out where we reduced the number of affairs going on in the game? Because it was pretty hectic for the first few weeks.
Was. Yeah,
Yeah,
was.
could we bump up the affairs again? Like, that would really help me out.
Make it an option in game.
That was
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
Every one of my wives cheated on me. Everybody cheated.
Ooh.
And I had no legitimate children of any kind at any point in time.
This is gonna be
Meanwhile,
an episode
Spiffing
of
Brit.
Mari,
I'm sorry,
isn't it?
Burke. That wasn't the game at work.
Meanwhile, Spiffing Brit was intentionally cheating on everybody.
Well, it is my job. It is.
I mean, if you have all that power, why not use it?
All right. So
great
what's
power
the
comes great
maximum number
responsibility.
what's the maximum number of seductions you've done in a game?
Oh,
In CK3?
Yeah.
yeah, or real life. Like, what? Hold on, what are we talking about? I don't
This
know.
over there going,
It's
"Don't
so
hate
hard
the
to keep
player, hate the
track of it
game."
all.
You got to have a good story, though. Tell us your best.
My best story? Okay. There was one time where I can't remember where I started out, but I had a beautiful, loving family. Everything was going fine. And then all of a sudden, my eldest daughter died. And I was like, what is happening? This is really weird. And of course, like, we went on a search. We tried to find out who had murdered my daughter. Here's the thing. It was my other daughter murdering her sister so that she could be the new heir. And I was like, okay, that was rude, but I get it. So then I died. And then I became the murder daughter. And then that happened to her. She had 2 more daughters. And then the first daughter ended up dying again to her murder daughter. And it was
They
just
say it runs
this
in the
must
family.
be in the family. Yeah, must be in the family. That was probably one of the most fun situations I had.
I think that gives us a pretty good character profile here. We've got people that will murder their own sister just to make it onto the throne. So that's never happened in history, but
No.
it will be good for this game.
Gosh, no.
Never. Definitely.
This game goes places.
No, the siblings never did that to murder each other.
Never.
For
Not once.
No.
Not once in history.
I think that's got to be one of my favorite things in Crusader Kings III is you'll hear this crazy story, just insane, and you'll go up on our Reddit pages, and all of a sudden you'll see some historian jump in and be like, well, actually, that happened at this time.
Yes.
You'd be
There are
surprised
a lot
how
of
many
those.
things happened.
I do like that. I love the historical connections to all this stuff too. Like this, that's what makes it so fun. And everyone's story is different every time they play through this game.
Yeah, I've learned so much about history just from playing CK3. Like,
Yeah.
admittedly, I like to watch a good historical drama. And now when they're using terms, I'm like, that's from the game. Like, I know what they're talking about now.
That's why
Oh, did we lose Jonathan? Oh no.
No,
What
this
happened?
guy took over.
What's going on?
Oh, gosh.
Been invaded.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the new king now. I rule here.
Back to
I am
me.
taking
Hello.
over.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Everyone's cool. We're all cool here.
Everything is, yeah.
Everything is fine.
Jonathan is suddenly transformed.
Oh, Jonathan's
This is
back.
my new spy master, by the way.
Jonathan, are you back? I think we got Jonathan back. Welcome to live events, everyone. You're welcome. Yes. So hi
They actually
everyone.
bring Jonathan back. They just brought a picture of him.
Here's Jonathan. Oh,
In
no, there he is.
memoriam.
Oh, wait, there
Is he
he
back?
is. He's moving now.
Jonathan's
Okay.
back. We got Jonathan back.
just holding really still.
Oh man. Yeah,
Wanted to give you a
so-
good profile image, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Just
So
staring.
we've been going for like 15 minutes now. That's got to be enough
Yeah.
time for people to make a master seductress murdering
Exactly.
character, right?
So let's
I
go
believe
ahead
in
and
all of you.
let's switch over to Spiffing Brit, who, as you all know, everyone knows his face. Everyone knows who he is.
hello.
The sultry, dulcet tones. So, what got you into the game, Spiff?
Well, I have a confession. I'm, of course, a crippling addict when it comes to Grand Strategy 4X games from Paradox. It is just the one thing keeping my life force strong and contained within the lovely simulator that is Paradox and all of their many games. As you know, I'm also somewhat of an expert when it comes to everything because I learned everything in Paradox games. So, for example, I know what a map looks like, which is very good. And using that same knowledge, I will be able to launch the Great Viking Invasion version 2 on England sometime next Tuesday, I do believe is when we're planning for it.
Next Tuesday.
Yep, seems about right.
But yes,
I'll put it in my calendar.
I guess I... Oh, yes, it'll be one to definitely not miss. But yeah, I got into CK3 because, you know, you guys put up a whole bunch of adverts and then you also paid me to play it. And I mean, that was great. I was going to pay it
Generally
anyway,
helped.
but thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, it's crazy. There's this guy here in the top left is basically money laundering, if you don't know. He just gives me money to play video games I was going to play. So it's a nice setup. I don't ask any questions that don't need to be asked. And yes, I'm not being paid now, so I can say I really enjoy CK3. I think genuinely, probably the best game of the last year to be released, especially for great big history nerds like me. I think, you know, it was a rough year, and to get an incredible game like CK3 out of it, goddamn, that's good. That was a very nice thing to happen.
Well, I know we're glad
You're
to
going
have
to get
you
me in
here.
trouble.
No,
Burke
Jonathan, you've
Black's
already
sitting
gotten
here
yourself
thinking,
in trouble.
wait a minute, where's my paycheck? I've been doing all this stuff for free for donuts. Like,
Wait, he got donuts?
Wait, you guys have been getting paid?
Yeah, you're getting
You guys are
donuts?
being paid?
You guys are getting donuts?
There's donuts?
I haven't got donuts or money. All I have are shitty romances.
All I had was this.
at least I can say I can avoid those awkward moments. We've done some pretty fun stuff for the last year, and that, I mean, I think we still watch that exploit video you made with Matilda of Tuscany. It's still kind of a legend in Crusader Kings III.
Not an exploit, totally intended gameplay.
Oh, I mean that was good.
The story behind
Yeah,
that was
it was
crazy.
intended that you could just cycle divorce.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, if we have, I
mean-
guess we have a moment to discuss that. But when we first talked about you making that video, we'd already kind of suggested Matilda was a pretty good character for making a lot of money. We didn't realize, though, the exploits that were available, because the divorce cycle that you were doing literally only worked for one character in the entire game. Matilda, because she had a special friend relationship with the Pope. Everyone else had mechanics that would prevent that from being abused, but you found the one out of a million characters in the game that could exploit that over and over and over again. So it was just perfect that you found that.
Yeah, it was amazing when I said, okay, look, I want to make a video where I just make money, and you're like, okay, cool, check out this lady in Italy, you'll like her, and I was like, cool, amazing. Then I load it up, and I'm like, okay, you know, my husband actually looks terrible. I'm going to divorce him, get a new one, and I got a whole bunch of like money for it. I'm like, that's nice, cool. And then I realized he was a bit boring, so I got rid of him, and I was like, oh, the Pope loves me, amazing. So I got rid of that husband, got a new one in, and I'm like, oh my goodness, the event fires again. Do I want gold or prestige? Bam, let's just go for it. And just becoming like a ridiculously wealthy character by effectively chain divorcing other wealthy individuals to profit, it just felt amazing. Like, honestly, if I ever needed another job, maybe post YouTube, that's definitely the career line I'm going for. I think there's a whole bunch of opportunities and money to be made.
I guess you could say it was rather
when we
mint
start up our real life
conditions.
dating game.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm
gotta
just
get me
saying,
in on that.
Fred, if you're watching...
They're watching, all
If
right.
Fred is watching,
Dating
or Bill
GSG.
Gates, I'll take over. Yeah.
I think we could have a little too much fun with a Paradox grand strategy dating game. It'd get a little crazy there, I think.
There we go. That's what we need. That's what we need. But I do have a question. I think I already know the answer, so I'm really afraid to ask. But like, Spiff, what is your favorite way to play? What is your favorite win condition? What do you go for when you're in the game?
I don't think there are win conditions in Paradox games. I quite enjoy the fact that there isn't really a win condition, but I suppose every time I try and play the game, I try and achieve as much as possible in one lifetime. I'm one of those kind of players. The single lifetime min-max man. And generally speaking, I aim for Emperor every single time with every character. That's the goal. You just become an Emperor, easy peasy. But post-Emperor, I'd say my goal is always to create a ridiculously large quantity of children who all hate me. And I find that actually really surprisingly easy to pull off. Yeah.
I mean, I guess when you
about 20 children.
When you're torturing people, sending people off, exiling your kids left and right, that does tend to get them to hate you a bit.
Isn't there like a true life TV show based on this same thing?
Desperate Housewives of Crusader Kings.
Yeah, it's a fun game. I appreciate just the kind of flexibility that comes with CK3, and also as a content creator, the games which I always present to content creators when they need a hand with, I don't know, just telling a weird story. The like games that I recommend are CK2, RimWorld, and CK3, and the reasoning behind it is because the kind of like story generation that goes into the back end basically just hands you free content. Like if you want to have a fun time, an interesting time, a weird time where you can just be cracking jokes and a story will be happening that you don't even have to put a huge amount of effort into, bam, CK3, it's great. I just press the record button and funny things happen. It's ridiculously wonderfully easy.
You're welcome.
It's exactly, yeah.
Although don't attempt it
That's
because
the
you might
perfect aspect
overtake
of
me.
these games. Every story is going to be different. Every gameplay, every time you play through, it's going to be different. It's like you can watch a Let's Play, like you play a certain game, and someone's like, you know, go here, go there, do this and that, and then you just follow the steps. But in these games, it's you can't do that. You can't replicate it. That's what makes it beautiful.
Yeah, that's what sucked me right in.
So, Jonathan, you're our official timekeeper. How long have we got now, buddy?
We still got a half an hour here, but we got to have some submissions coming through now, right?
Yeah, we're gonna get through every panelist first, and then we're gonna present all of the submissions at the end of this panel, so everyone can see them. So
everyone's been getting a good look.
Yeah,
About
get
a
those
half an hour
submissions
left.
in.
Yeah, let's get over to Burke then. Contestant number 3, step on up.
See,
It's your turn
turn
on
around,
Vanity Be
it's
Thy
the
Name.
360.
Yeah.
Patty,
Yeah,
what are we talking
welcome,
about?
Burke.
Where am I? What's going on?
What got you into the game? What caused you to start
Oh.
playing CK3 and get addicted for life?
Oh gosh, I don't even know what a business I even have playing these games. Half the time I don't even know what's going on, and I'm just like, more military. Yeah, that'll solve any problem I have because I don't know anything else. Just lots and lots of, just tons of armies and just conquer and destroy. Anybody pisses me off, I kill them and move on. That's it.
Solid
That's how I
plan.
play.
It's a solid plan. You know,
Hey, got
no
me
complaints
Emperor.
there. Yeah, exactly.
Until my son killed me.
So
But I got to play as my son, so it's all good.
yeah, and then you knew what it was. You're like, oh, he's broken. That's what he killed me. I did this. I created this monster, and then I paid the price. Yeah.
That's right. You give your
Freaking
kids
kids.
everything, and then they kill you. What is this?
Welcome to
Damn
CK3.
kids. No, it's just I just get into the freedom of it to do what you want. It's just you guys just make this game. You just give us this huge open thing, and you're like, all right, have at it. Take care.
Yeah, we
Some people feel
open
like
the
that.
sandbox.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's so overwhelming. I don't know what to do. And it's like, all right, it's simple. Let's pick a guy or a gal and just go. Don't think about it. Don't be overwhelmed. Just play and go and see what happens.
Yep.
Live your
Yeah.
character's life.
The perfect way to play, honestly, is just letting the game roll around you and figuring out how not to die the CK3 way.
Exactly.
It's
Pretty
easy.
much.
You kill everybody else.
Yeah, just kill everyone. You can't be defeated if there's nobody left alive to defeat you, right?
That's true. That's true. That's how it works.
Exactly. And Burke, if you could pick one of the main stat blocks, which one would it be to embody yourself?
Militaristic.
Done. Sold.
All the way. Yeah, that's an easy one for me. Like
What's that prowess?
I like how we have
solve all my problems.
we have romance, money, and military. Like, I can't think of 3 better pillars to represent all of CK3 than those 3. It's perfect. It's beautiful. I don't know how we did this, but we did it perfectly. I love it.
So, like, we should all like do a game where we're like the advisors
none of us
advising
are
another person.
nerds. Okay.
That would be fun.
You guys would make a pretty
no.
good small council.
See,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It'd be perfect. Like Jonathan's playing it, and then all of us are like his small council. We're like, Jonathan, we need to prepare for war, Jonathan.
Influencer activation. Let's do it.
But we don't need to go to war if we just have our children marry each other and then we have an alliance. No war necessary.
But maybe we should go to war so that I can seize power and take over domain whilst you're away fighting. Yes. It would be lovely.
I
just
dream
like-
one day that we'll figure out some kind of Twitch plays game that we can do where we can get everyone to kind of be the small players within Crusader Kings III.
Oh, that would be cool. Like getting Twitch chat
I want a
involved in that.
CK3 MMO. Give me a
I would
CK3
love
MMO
that.
where every peasant in your realm is a member of Twitch chat.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
That would be so good.
We might have to turn
like
off
rebel.
murders, otherwise we're all going to die.
This is either the best idea or the worst idea, maybe even both.
Yeah.
I like both. Let's go with that.
We'll go with both. The best, worst idea.
I mean, isn't that how Paradox games work? Is it all the worst things happen that you didn't want to happen? It ends up being the best experience of your life.
It is.
Yes.
So,
I like that idea.
We'll try it out.
Except when
We'll
you're
give it a
playing
run.
U4 and then lovely Iron Man runs ruined by the Ottomans.
So every game.
Iron Ottoman. Just the Iron Ottomans. That's all it is.
Oh, my
entire
achievement
time.
runs.
So we've gotten we've gotten
See
Peachy,
that.
we've gotten Spiff, and we're
Well,
working
I mean,
on
I love
Burke.
CK3, and I think Burke is perfectly represented.
Yeah.
Oh.
It should be a fun one to do, especially with the Northern Lords pack. If you've got that, then you've got access to some great looking pirates.
There we go.
That's
Perfect,
right.
yes.
Just get a fat guy and slap a beard on him, and you're good.
Then it would be either one of us. I don't know which one of us it would be.
Yeah. Well, then you have twice as many chances to win.
Yeah.
You're like, of course that was Burke. I mean, Troy. I mean, both.
Well,
The same
look,
model.
It depends
just-
if they have a bandana
everyone.
or a beanie.
I mean, I've got a bandana. Do you want to put the
yes.
bandana on?
Okay, you're good. Now you're really going to confuse them. Okay, just stick with the beanie. We're going to be fine
Okay,
with that.
okay.
We'll see what they
keep
do.
keep a gap there. We got a gap there.
But
hopefully by
there
now
are
we
going to
have
be
some
some.
submissions.
I sure hope so. Otherwise, it's going to get boring at the end here. But
Yeah.
It's like, wait, so you do this entire talk and nobody does it? They're like,
I know.
yeah, I'm not into it, man.
It's where we start handing out bribes. It's just like, someone please make something.
Somebody please do the thing.
At least
I
Well, as
think
we learned, you have a stack of donuts somewhere, so start bribing with the donuts.
donut
yeah.
time. Donuts make for.
We'll
make for
send
good
those out
content, guys.
by mail immediately.
Yeah.
No,
They
that won't be good.
should reach you in 3 to 8 weeks. Good luck with the donuts. Hopefully they're not sentient.
They're
by
still in
then.
the Suez Canal.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Too soon.
Oh, man. Yeah, the submissions are coming in good now. Look at that.
Yeah. All right, so we should have Innas. If you guys haven't submitted yours already, make sure you get submissions in now. We're going to go through Inna first. So, if my lovely mods could help us out with getting those top few picks for
Do we
Inna,
not
and
get to
she can
drill
put them
you
up.
with interview questions? This was
Oh,
going to
you
be my
can-
favorite part.
Yeah, how long do we have? We can drill
We
me.
each get a question then of you,
Done.
Troy. We got to figure out how all the ways you're different.
Okay, I'm ready. Hit me with questions.
All
Look
right.
at me.
Let's just go in order. I'll start. What's your craziest game that you've ever played in Crusader Kings III?
My
Give us
craziest
a good
game.
story.
This is going to be kind of a cop out. I'll answer with a secondary question if you want me to. But I was playing in North Africa. I was like, I'm going to start very small. I'm going to build up. I'm going to start from a very, very small territory and see if I can branch out. And I started, and turn 4, I died. I don't know what happened. Somebody had a murder intrigue plot against me, and it succeeded on their very first try. I didn't even get to do anything. I was like, all right. Got my name set, got my stats set. I was like, I'm ready to go. This is going to be great. I hit play. I had a pop-up, and I was like, oh, good. Yeah, we're having, we've got a letter. We've got a letter from, and I died.
You shouldn't have opened the letter. You should have known
I shouldn't have. No. It was just instant
letter had
destruction.
anthrax in it.
It was terrible. It was the worst. I spent like 20 minutes building the character, getting my stats right, choosing all my traits, and then just opened one letter and died. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go for a walk. That was a lot of work to die within a year.
And that's why Troy never opens any of the letters I sent him anymore.
True. I've got a box.
Revealed.
Just a box.
I
of
have
Jonathan
letters. Last year, I made letters, and I actually got a wax seal that has Paradox's logo on it, and we were going to send them out with those Christmas gifts that I sent to a few of you guys. I didn't know you then, Peachy, otherwise you would have gotten one.
Oh,
but
that's okay.
Then I found out that waxing like a scrolled up parchment paper is actually harder than you might think, because it's like a big seal, and we were trying to fit it in this small box. It's like, damn, this is much harder than I thought.
Yep.
But I still have it. We're going to send out sealed letters at some point. We'll get there.
Letters.
But Troy won't open his, so.
No.
That's
it's going
okay.
on a shelf.
You can send
I'll be
me
like,
Troy's.
I'll be like, look at this nice letter I have on a shelf that I'm never going to open. I put it in a glass box for display purposes. Definitely display purposes.
Why is it dripping this green acidy substance? I don't get it.
That's why it has a case. Just stay over there. All right. Who's next? Who's gonna hit me with the next question? Hit me. I'm ready.
Me. Okay, Troy. So if we were on a date, no, I'm just joking. What is your most? It's a dating show, right? What is the most salacious and awkward event that you've experienced in one of your CK3 games?
True story. I was trying to show a friend the game, and I have my game open. And I'm like, come check out my game. This will be super fun. And as soon as, I get into the game, I'm like, oh, these are the mechanics, showing them around, declared war on somebody, went through a war. And then my daughter came of age, and there was a pop-up, and she was naked, and she was like, Father. And I was like, oh, no. My naked daughter is trying to seduce me. My friend's like, this is your game? This is the game that you work for? And I'm like, yes, this is mine, and I'm the community manager for this, and that was totally intentional. Don't mind me. I had forgotten to change a setting somewhere, and so he's like, was that your daughter? And I was like, we're just gonna close that window. Don't mind that window. Don't worry about that. So of course I closed it, and it popped up another event, and I was like, okay, this is great. This is fantastic. I'll just Yep, don't mind that. That was my daughter, and she was indeed naked. And yeah, welcome to my game. Do you want a key? Would you like a key?
We had to do that. I had to be very specific when I was first learning Crusader Kings III before it released, and I had to send that to all the Twitch streamers. Like, make sure you turn that off, because otherwise that Twitch ban hammer is coming your way. Because you never know when those events will pop up.
Yeah, it was. I remember that whole escapade of emails and like, oh, we should tell people. How do we word this politely?
Make that a default option. I think we did, but
we did. It's now fixed. Corrected.
Right. Cool. So I got something done at this company. That's what I do all day.
Who's next? Who's hitting
All right,
me?
here's my question. My question. First question. What's the name of your pirate ship? And then number 2, what's your best gameplay moment you've had in Crusader Kings III?
The name of my pirate ship. We've thought about this quite a bit.
Because you're clearly a pirate.
Right.
We're one of the same here. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Stygian Mists. Yeah.
That's the name? Stygian Mist?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Stygian is deep ocean or lost in the deep, Stygian. And mist is the mist that rolls off of the deep ocean. Once you see the Stygian mist, you'll never see light again. Come on now.
Oh, wow.
A poet.
We got some pirate sass.
And what was the
like
second
that.
question? I got really involved in the first part. What was the second part?
I'm blown away by the answer of the first one.
Yeah, I think we both
it's-
stumped ourselves there.
Your best gameplay moment in Crusader Kings III. Your best that you've ever done.
My best gameplay moment. Okay, so I had a really good marshal at one point that was just mopping the floor with everyone. And I was like, I'm unstoppable. I'm unbeatable. And then made the mistake of declaring war against somebody I probably shouldn't have because they had 40 some odd allies. And they crushed me all the way down to my capital. They took everything. I was completely out of everything. And I had less than 1K manpower left. But my marshal was there. And I turned the tide of war because they had spent so many resources trying to get to my capital that all of them were suffering war fatigue so bad. And they were all exhausted. And my marshal actually killed them. And I slowly started chunking my land back out to my original kingdom. Got back to the original kingdom that I started with and was like, all right, I'm done. We're done here. I don't need to conquer the rest of the world. I got my home back. But that one marshal literally turned the tide of battle for me. He was such a powerful commander that it crushed all of my enemies, and I thought for sure I was done. I had literally one territory left. I had 98% war score against me, and I was like, well, this was fun, but they just could not kill my last remaining defender. So I was like, yes, this is it. This is the moment we've all trained for.
And then you did what every historical ruler does in that situation, and you exiled him as quick as possible so he could never turn against you.
No, I actually just died.
Oh, right, I forgot. You just keel over all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
He just died.
Yeah. My military ruler then definitely did not take over. Yeah.
Well, I've got a very important question for you. So the rules of the question, I'm guessing, are you to answer truthfully no matter what?
Exactly.
That's never a good sign.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. What is this question?
Right. Well, the contract has been done. So I'm going to need all of the long numbers on the front of your card and then the free numbers on the back of the card.
Okay, well, my wallet.
Don't forget the zip code.
And, this is contractually... and the zip code, I'll need that. And the expiry date. No, my question
You didn't
would
say
be...
which
okay,
card,
if you
though,
had-
Troy, so pull out your MasterCard card.
Yeah, exactly.
Subway card.
Pull out the Paradox Company card, please. That
Oh,
one would
yeah.
be
I got one of those.
It's the Paradox Subway card.
Don't you know we don't pay in money? We just pay in favors. We invented that system.
I see.
Do you guys also use exposure bucks? That's what we at Twitch does.
I use exposure books all the
bucks.
time. It's great.
Once we finish this question, though, we do have our first submissions. So once I answer this question, we do have submissions for you guys. So hit me with the question, I'll answer, and then we can get right into judging.
Okay, right. My question for you is, if you had £1 million, what would you buy with your £1 million?
How much is tea going for right now?
Around about 80 bags for £3.
How does he even know that?
That many bags of tea. Just stock up for the rest of my life.
Nice. Good.
Become
good.
the tea baron.
I mean, that's not enough to last for the rest of your life, but
No, it's the next week.
it's
But,
it's a decent chunk. Yeah, at least the next few days.
Yeah, exactly. £1 million. What would I do? I don't know. I would buy my own boat and just cruise back and forth between the U.S. and here for the rest of my days, completely content.
I approve
yes.
of this.
He really is a pirate.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
he says cruising, but what he meant was pirating from
Yes.
North America to Europe.
Legally obtaining goods. Yeah.
That's called stock market.
Yeah, we do have our submissions, so let's see some of those submissions for Inna right now.
Are we doing one person at a time or just hitting all of them at once?
We're going to hit Inna, let her choose, and then Spiff, let him choose, and then Burke can let him choose. Make it easier, go down the row, you know.
I'm just waiting for something to happen.
Here's the first one. Up behind me.
Just keep saying. Can we zoom in?
I don't know. Can we zoom in? I'm not in charge of tech.
Do we have technology?
There we go. There we go.
I just
We got
copy
it.
this one to
yay.
the Discord. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We can copy it into the Discord too, get you a better look at it. So
Ooh.
Right, I've popped it into the
This
Discord.
producer one? Yes, I
I
like
must
that.
be getting paid
Yes.
as Paradox Tech for this.
yeah, they're doing a great job. Like everyone's nailing it right now. Look at that intrigue score.
I know.
All right, here we go.
I like
here we go.
that.
The next one. Are we ready? Boom. There's number 2. Ooh, more balanced stats.
Going with the braid.
Look like
Yeah,
this
I
one.
like the braids. That's
Look
a
at
good
that. There we
crown.
go.
She looks like
More
she's looking
seducing.
down on everybody.
I do.
Much
That's
like
a
Anna.
power move. They also put the beautiful trait in there, and
Yeah.
I adore that.
A little bit of brown nosing never hurt anybody.
No, way to my heart.
Bribery. Bribery will get you everywhere. Flattery. All right, and here's number 3. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go.
Now you've
that's-
become.
Wow,
No,
that
that's
looks great.
Spiff.
Oh,
That one's
okay.
Spiff. There we go.
Okay.
Hey, Spiff.
I
What do
look
you
quite
think?
dashing, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Your jawline shift up a bit there.
Got the proud jaw. Proud jaw. There we go. There we go. There's a good shot for you. How about that, buddy?
Is this for Ad or is this for me?
This is for you, Spiff. I mean, unless you guys had some
this
kind
is
of
for
weird
me, okay.
love triangle and had a child at some point. I don't know what's going on there.
Shush, 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 shush. Don't let the internet know about that.
I mean, it's very nice. I like the use of genius. Although I don't understand. I suppose I am quite diplomatic and money man, but there should be greater focus on money, in my opinion. Otherwise, they did pretty good.
And that looks like the
Very nice.
elusive shadow trait, which was pretty clever.
It is. It is. Yeah, I really like that.
Is it? Are you making a jab at like how difficult it is to get in contact with me for sponsors?
You're the dagger in the dark. Nobody sees you
Yeah.
coming because they don't know what you look like.
If you can't tell what a man looks like. All right, here we go with the next submission.
There you go.
That's more accurate.
Of the
There you go, buddy.
Of the breaks everything dynasty, yes, I like that. Very nice dynasty.
Perfect.
I think the moustache is lovely. The long flowing hair, however, that's not Spiff style. You know, I have my lovely short hair, but I think the main reducing factor here is that it's Duke Spiffing of Kent. Come on, do I look like someone who would come from Kent, ladies and gentlemen? You think I would rule over the domain of Kent if I had a choice? No, never.
All right.
Show me the next one.
Next one. We have another one. Yep.
We can just
There we
look at
go.
that one.
Oh, hey, Burke.
There we go. There's Burke. Yeah.
Fancy.
That's me. Okay.
Look at the martial skill.
Nice.
No prowess.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. That's very
Nice.
murderous. Very nice. Iron fist and everything. Okay.
Ideal. Beautiful. Fantastic.
Got the pillager trait, I think that is.
Yeah. Sounds
That's good.
accurate. Can't deny that one.
My age is off by 1, though. Okay. All right. I'm 41, pal. All right. All right.
I like how you could have gone with 39 after that, and you chose to sell yourself out on that one.
Yeah, I know. This time sucks.
Time. What a time it is.
What is that? That's no. That's a Viking. Yeah, that's a Viking king. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I approve. Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Of the family
Down
Black.
for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very nice.
All right.
What else you got?
What do we got ready? There we go.
I like the other one better.
Why is that? I can't imagine.
You don't like this one? Come on.
This guy looks like a goofball. Look at that
Well-
stupid face.
Is it because he's Danish?
And then Burke made enemies of every
doesn't know
day.
what
Why
he's
does he
doing.
look like a gigantic garden gnome?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I couldn't put my finger on it. He does look like a giant gnome.
Oh, protect the garden,
Is
Burke.
that the-
Protect the garden.
That's the Herculean trait, but what's next to it? I can't tell.
I'm not sure. Anyway, we have our next one. Are we ready? Oh, look, there's me.
Hi.
Okay.
Burke Black is
Okay.
like, I want that one. Give him to me.
Just switch the hat. All we got to do is switch the hat. One hat for another.
There you go.
Yeah. That's good. All right.
I think
Yes.
they actually did a pretty good job capturing you. Look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah.
Little young,
Not too
but I'll
bad.
take it. I'll take being called 25. I ain't mad about that.
Really good prowess skills.
Okay, let's see if we got another one. I
Not
think
too
we
bad.
might have a new one. We'll check. Nope, that's it. All right. I only get one, and I approve. This has been my approval. You heard it here first, everyone. So, on Peachy, did you like your first one and your second one better?
I'd like the second one better. But both of them were really good. But I prefer the second
good.
one.
They were really good. So we go with the second one on that. Spiff, what do you say? You said you went with the first one, right?
I mean, the first one, it did have the elusive shadow, which I mean is very, very accurate. Plus, I was the Duke of Wessex in that situation, which is better than the Duke of Kent. So yes, I'll have to go for the first one. I do believe.
And we know Burke liked the second one the best.
No, for the first one.
No, you didn't want to be a garden.
Garden gnome.
Oh man, goodness. Yeah, so there were
be
some good
embarrassing.
submissions in there. There were some really good submissions in there. We're going to keep reviewing them, and we will definitely get those out to you guys on social media so you can see all the creations. Make sure that you get tagged in any that we possibly can. And if there is one that you do find that you like even better, please let them know, let us know, and post it and let everyone know about it. I'd love to see all these creations. That's why we did this, is because creating that character and picturing somebody that you idolize as one of your influencers or content creators is definitely something that, we think is a valuable part of our community.
I'm idolized.
Yes, gonna dip you in gold. And
He
put
was
you on a
talking
shelf.
about everyone but you, Burke. I'm sorry.
It's a dangerous situation. Don't idolize Burke. Don't watch him. Don't do the stuff that I do. I always screw up.
I think we got some pretty good
Idolise Troy
submissions
instead.
there.
It's the safer pathway.
I'm excited to scroll through and see all the rest of them too. It'll be a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, once we get off this
Oh, yeah,
stream,
they're
I
still
expect you
coming
guys
in.
to dig them.
I-
Dig through all of them.
Right, I want to see
The
more.
latest one has an insanely chiseled jawline on Burke, which looks.
Oh, really?
Pull it up.
Oh, that's nice. I like the beard braids too.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Can we
those
pull it
beard
up on
braids.
screen?
You gotta look at that one.
This one's good.
I don't know if we'll be able to pull it up. I'll see if they can.
It's like
Black.
handsome Squidward, Burke.
I mean, I have no objections about handsome Squidward Burke. That's for sure.
This is Burke Black if he was
Oh.
Fabio.
We might be able to
It ain't
do
that
it.
one.
Let's see. That's the one you like, right?
Yeah.
No, that's not.
Isn't that the one you like, Burke? You didn't like that one? We're just gonna leave that one here for posterity.
fine.
Not
Fabio.
a gnome, Burke.
No, not that one.
Not that one.
Okay,
either?
that one's all right.
That one's all right. That's the one
No,
you wanted.
it's what is it?
That's the one you chose.
man.
I do
instead.
like how you're looking up very holy
Regally?
You're like, yes,
Regal,
yes,
majestic,
very
Burke.
regal.
It's because there's a donut up there from Jonathan. I'm looking at it.
Jonathan,
That's
you,
what gets us to look at our
Yeah.
webcams.
Jonathan, you put yourself into this situation. You're the one that promised donuts. You're going to have to deliver now, man.
Gotta deliver donuts now. It's in the contract.
Man,
Not
you know,
just
like,
any donuts. It's got to be like Paradox style donuts. It's got to like
Yeah.
spell out CK3 or something like that.
done.
You know?
Sold.
Have some traits on them.
Right.
Ship,
You know-
ship them from overseas. You know, I'll
One
open
of
them
my-
live on stream. Like, yeah, these are good. They're really hard, but they're good. And shit.
One of my favorite things is we had those
now got to get the
keychains
donuts out.
with the drunkard trait that had the bottle openers on them. Those are like some of my favorite pieces of merch that we did for CK. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. It's a literal bottle opener with the drunkard trait on it. It's fantastic. I like how Anna is frantically digging for hers now.
Well, I think it's on my desk somewhere, but my desk is obviously a mess. So let me see if I'm going to try and find it. Okay. It's not within my grasp, but yeah, it's amazing.
Your realm of influence is not quite big enough. You need to get a bigger realm of
Yeah.
influence.
I do.
Hopefully we can get some of the submissions. But like I said, if not, we'll definitely, post them, let everybody see. And if there are some that stand out to you. Oh, did you find it? There it is. There's that
Yeah, it was
drunkard
like
trait line.
literally right in front of me. Let's see if I can make it.
Oh, there it is. There's the drunkard trait keychain, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, the drunkard trait keychain. You're all welcome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. We got a few of those, and some people got them. I think I've got a box of them somewhere. I don't know, man. There's so much stuff for like CK.
We've got plenty of boxes full of things
Yeah.
in our basement somewhere.
That's true.
Giant treasure hoard in the dungeons of Paradox office. It exists.
Like
It's,
my first week, I was like, I'm gonna document all the stuff for all of my games. I'm gonna go down there and count and see sizes. I have like 12 pages of like, what is this? Who's in charge of this product? It's fantastic. I love it. But
Oh,
yes,
you don't want to go down to the PDX basement. That's where they keep the QA testers.
true story for everyone.
Is that
I
also
actually
where
fit.
the
I'm
free
sorry.
swag is?
That is the free swag and the QA testers. They guard
Yeah,
it.
it's also
They're
where all the
guards.
free goodies are.
What if you accidentally send one of the
You can
QA
sustain
testers?
yourself on all of the free.
The free donuts packed
we
in
also
boxes in
keep
the
the-
swag room.
We also keep the beer down there too, so all seems to work.
True story. I sit on the lowest floor of the building, and it pretty much is the dungeon. So anybody that comes down to see me, there's like 4 people on our floor. So I'm like, yeah, come on down, come see me at my desk. And they walk in and look completely lost because it's just an empty floor with me over in a far corner of the floor.
I mean, I'm in the office right now. If you can't tell, this is not my house, but I mean, just imagine this, but with nothing behind me, just like
Yeah.
flooring. And that's
Wait,
Troy's
you're telling
floor.
me this isn't your home office mansion?
Yeah.
It's the top floor. It's just, it's where I do all of my homework.
You've got your Lamborghinis in the next room.
Good thing nobody can see all of the secret stuff written on the whiteboards. I probably should have checked that before streaming.
You should.
Could have
I
been
did.
dangerous.
I actually
never
paid
know.
attention. The
Sorry,
first
can
thing
I
I did
see-
was walk in and look at the monitor.
Can I see Majesty Free back there? Is that Majesty Free confirmed? Written all over that whiteboard?
Sengoku 2? No.
Something like that. I mean,
Oh my god. I wanna play Sengoku so bad.
I mean, you can.
is
It's a
either
fantastic
that
legacy.
starts with an
No, you
M, could be
don't.
Magica.
You don't
I wish I had a
No, I
Magica.
don't.
Now, oh, Magica!
Terrible corporate
yeah.
secret.
Oh, Magica.
No, confirming nothing. Nothing has been confirmed. Paradox confirms nothing. No projects.
No,
are
you
coming
have
out
to
ever.
wait. Wait for the announcement show.
But that does just about do it for us today. I'm so glad we got a chance to sit down with some of our favorite content creators and with you, Jonathan. And I'm sure the community enjoyed it. Definitely look through those submissions. And if you see any that stand out, please let us know. Please post to social media. We will be around all day rating, judging, and also judging, but just not the content submissions.
Mostly judging.
Mostly judging, yeah. But Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us, even though you had to go into the office.
You say that like it's a bad thing, like had to go into the office. We're in the same office, Troy. We work at the same company. It's not that bad.
How do you know I'm not actually there? I could actually be there right now. You'd never know. I'm in the secret sub-basement filming.
I do know where to find your floor. I'm going to go leave you donuts.
That's fine. I would gladly accept the donuts. Inna, thank you so much for joining. I know it's early for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. This was such a blast.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see you around for more stuff throughout the day, so and the weekend, and just online in general. If you guys don't follow her already, you can definitely check her out on all social medias as well as her streams. And thank you so much, Spiffing Brit, for joining us. I know it's a relatively early day for you as well.
Yeah, I had to get up at 8 a.m. today. That would cost Jonathan extra.
That's right.
You know what the regular T-Gripe account is. I expect
Troy, you're killing me
donuts. My decadent YouTuber lifestyle is hard to maintain.
If this stream goes on any longer, our company's going bankrupt. We can't do this anymore. It's just getting worse and worse. We lost all our card information. I gave out the company card. We lost donuts. It's like we're out of stuff.
It's a pay-per-view thing when it comes to Spiff's iconography. That's how it works. But yeah, thank you for having me. It's always a good laugh.
It was jolly good fun. And last, but certainly not least, Burke Black, also super early. Thank you so much for dealing with the weird time zones and for all the content submissions that you have inspired now.
I'm in my prime time right now, buddy. This is normal every day from me right here. Get me up in like in a couple hours for your the reveal announcement show. That's going to be early for me. That's when I'm supposed to be asleep.
Yeah, we know you're on the late night shift.
Exactly. But thank you so much again.
It's the late shift. Oh, everyone's like, the late night boys. Yeah, or the late crew guys.
The late night show of men.
The men, you filming stuff with a bunch of guys late at night. Oh, okay, those guys, right?
I swear you changed your name 3 or 4 times. So.
No, we were originally this was when we were doing that pirate game we were called the Late Crew, but then someone else already had that on Twitch. Somebody already got the Late Crew, right? So we had to change it to the Late Shift after that. Just one word change and we're good.
Thank you all so much for joining me today. I can't wait to see what the future brings us. I can't wait to work with you all again, and I certainly can't wait for the rest of PDXCON. I hope you had fun, and for those of you at home, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. Keep getting those submissions in. We love to see your character content creations, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for you as well. So we'll see y'all next time. Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.